Hi, I'm Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style.
And I'm Jill Chivers from Shop Your Wardrobe.
Now, we're going to talk in this video about developing personal style.
Yeah.
So personal style is the everything you wear, but there's some elements that are cohesive.
Yeah.
And it's not just the signature, which might be for you like the animal print, and for me it's the larger necklaces and the colour.
Yeah.
It's the whole. So whether you're wearing jeans or whether you're going to a wedding or whether you're going to work, your personal style will influence the clothes you choose.
Yeah, so it's like the bigger picture, and it has elements to it, so pieces of the puzzle, if you like, that make up your personal style. And there are also pieces that, as your lifestyle changes, as your work changes, as you age, you can start to look at those elements and tweak them or change them as you need to. And what you need to understand is what those elements are so that you have those choices.
Personal style is not static.
Yeah.
When I worked in a corporate environment and I went to the office, I wore suits and jackets and buttoned up shirts.
Me too.
And then I realised when my life changed and I became an image consultant and I'm working with clients, I don't own a button-up shirt anymore. I got rid of them all because I was never wearing them and they stopped being part of my personal style.
Yeah, and I remember when I left the corporate world, I struggled for a good 18 months to actually have my clothing catch up with my change in circumstances, and it was quite a struggle for me. It was such a transformation on so many levels, and to appreciate that the way I was dressing needed to express the life I was having now, not the life I used to have. And I think that's also an interesting thing about personal style, is it truly does represent, it expresses something about who you are in the world at this moment in time.
Yes. So it will take into factors such as the weather of where you live. It will take in factors of what you spend your time doing. What is the environment you're in? Yeah. All those factors are going to be influenced in your personal style.
Yeah, and I know moving to a tropical climate from Sydney was also another thing to look at. What is practical, particularly in our really hot summer months? And some of the things that were perfectly suitable for a Sydney summer just didn't work up there. It's too hot to wear earrings some days. So, having to adjust to that, and also recognising I work a lot more from home, and so my need for more constructed clothing, as much as I love it, I just don't need as much of that. So, before I did my year without clothes shopping, I was still delusionally buying things for a work life that no longer was present in my life.
Yes. So there's other elements such as the colours you choose. So when we're thinking about personal style, we want to go into the, what makes you stylish. So it's things like the colours you choose want to flatter you.
Yeah.
The textures of the fabrics are the ones that you really like.
Yeah, and we were talking about that in a previous video. You look at the texture of this item you're wearing. It's a jacket item, but it has a flowing fluid quality to it. It has a collar to it, even though it's not made of a constructed stiff fabric.
No, it's very comfortable, and one of the things I've discovered is comfort is really important to me in my personal style.
Yeah.
And so if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it, but I can happily, sit at my office and type away and just go out and about and wear a knit jacket like this and feel very comfortable, but still feel it's my personal style. And it's got a colour, it's not just a neutral, which I love, but I can put it with lots of different colours. Today I've got it with green, but I can wear it with red, I can wear it with purple, I can wear it with all sorts of different colours. So it's not restricting me in colour. And I like colour. People often say to me that without colour, like they can't imagine me just wearing neutrals. Yeah. It's too boring. Yeah. It's like they like the vibrancy and the colour on me. Yeah. So whilst, like with you, we expect to see some animal print.
Yes,
but
exactly.
It's not everything you wear is animal print.
No.
You're not just head to toe weird animal print lady.
Yeah. Thank God. Although that may be coming in an upcoming video.
Yes. But yeah, so it's the colours, the textures, the sorts of fabrics. Like I don't like the stiff cottons of a cotton shirt anymore.
Yeah.
It's too classic for me. I've moved away from classic in that way. So if I'm going to wear a shirt, it's going to be a blouse, it's going to be chiffon or silk. It's not going to be a stiff cotton, a shirt anymore.
Yeah.
And so thinking about the fabrics that you like that work for you, the shapes, like we like the clothes that flatter our shapes. Yeah. Now, not everything I wear makes me look as skinny as I'd often like to be, but I like clothes that work with my shape, and I think, so I know my rules about my shape, but sometimes I'll break them and I'll know this is not the best thing, but I don't care because it's an expression of my personality.
Yeah, and I think that's the point about personal style. It's personal style. It's not style by numbers. It's pulling together a range of things that are expressing and informing something about who you are being on this day. And to me, clothes are meant to be fun. Clothes are meant to be interesting. Clothes are meant to be a positive thing in your life, not something that causes you worry or stress or overwhelm. And looking at all of those different things and how you can put together a wardrobe and an outfit for the day, to me, is one of life's great pleasures.
Yeah, it's a creative expression of who you are.
Yeah.
And I think so, when we're looking at things like when you're looking at prints and patterns, sit down and write down, what are the prints and patterns that you love? Go and have a look in your wardrobe. Which are the ones you love and what are the elements of them? Maybe they're a delicate floral. Maybe they're an oversized floral.
Yeah.
Maybe they're stripes. Maybe it's checks. Maybe it's polka dots.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a stylized print. Maybe it's a natural print.
Graffiti.
Or maybe you don't like prints at all.
Yeah.
So, and that is fine because they're all absolutely fantastic representations of whatever is your personal style.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is to not drop anchor on anything that becomes inviolate, with the exception potentially of your signature style. If somebody told me I couldn't wear animal print, I'd have to probably go naked. But to have a flexible attitude in terms of, well, this is what's working for me now. But being open to the fact that it can change and that you can add in new and different elements that keep your interest in your wardrobe and the way you're putting together your outfits fresh and interesting.
Yes. So it's something that will change over time, and often that's lifestyle is the things that change your personal style.
Yeah.
It's that going from a workplace that's more conservative, say, to one that's more relaxed, or moving to a different climate where the clothing requirements are quite different. Or, like if I moved to Queensland, I'd probably wear a lot more pants, and I wear a lot of dresses these days because of the thigh rubbage issue.
Which is a serious issue.
It is, we don't get it in Melbourne because it's a dry heat. Queensland, it's a wet heat.
Yeah.
And so I can happily wear dresses, but there I'd probably be going, I have to wear more pants just because of that. So there's all those things that are going to change what actually works for you right now in your wardrobe that will end up, coming into your signature style. And plus, fashions change and our eyes change and what we like changes. And sometimes you think, I'm never going to wear that thing, and then 6 months later you're wearing it and you can't believe it. But sometimes it's because your eyes got used to it. Yeah. But also too, sometimes you can go, oh, this is how I can adapt that to my style.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the thing is to have an experimental or an adventurous spirit and an attitude towards it, and give things a try, and pay attention to how you feel when you're wearing certain things. And I will sometimes put items on probation, items that I'm pretty sure are not quite working for me, but then I'm not quite ready to let them go. And I will wear them in a new and different way with the express purpose of tuning into how I feel when I'm wearing them. And if they get a green light and they've worked, they get to stay. And if they don't, well, it's been a pretty clear sign that it's time for somebody else to enjoy that item.
Yeah, and in fact, I wanted to pick that topic up in another video, Jill. So we'll say bye for now, but go and discover your personal style and let us know what you're discovering, because we'd love to know.
We absolutely would. Okay, what's that one?
Okay, that's how do you decide